Hello, and this is Paul Bo Brookins, and welcome back to Let's Play King's Quest VI. And now we've got a rare book. If you remember last time, we got this rare book here. Let's look at it. He's carrying a rare book from the bookworm. The words on the binding are very faint. The something something riddle book. I hope he will take this book, considering it's all faded and stuff. Alexander opens the rare book and looks inside. Oh, it's faded and damaged. Oh man, this is not going to go well. The book contains riddles and has a page missing. Alexander glances at a few of the conundrums, but finds himself more curious about the one that's missing. Yeah, aren't we all curious about the missing? The unknown. What was the riddle, he wonders. More importantly, what was the answer? Okay, that's all you can see. Well, I can tell you that the answer is sitting right here. We can't get it, though, because of the glitch that makes the game unwinnable if we talk to the Black Widow spider. But I will go ahead and spoil it and tell you that the answer to the riddle is love. And that little scrap of paper says love, and it blows away in the wind if you are able to do that. So I'm going to be missing a couple of points, but it's not necessary for you to actually look at that piece of paper to be able to distinguish what the answer to the riddle is. Really, it's a pretty simple riddle, and you would have been able to figure it out, but you do lose points by not looking at that piece of paper. But since we've read the book, that's all we need to do with the book. So let's go ahead and go back there and trade it to Ali. Or my wife says that I should be pronouncing that Ali. Ollie. I don't know how she said it. She said I was saying it wrong, but I disagree. Alright. Oh, look. There's a nightingale. A nightingale perches on the high branch of the tree. She sings the most beautiful song Alexander has ever heard. I guess they don't have iTunes and Daventry. That's... Or, any musical instruments, I guess. I guess birds are pretty. But to befriend this nightingale, we need to play this mechanical nightingale that seems to trick every single person and animal and everything into thinking that it's a real nightingale, even though it's not even close. We use it 3 or 4 times throughout the game, and it tricks everybody. Alexander winds the mechanical nightingale and places it on the ground. Obviously the most realistic. And it's a penny, so, it's a bargain. The mechanical nightingale sings a sweet, tinny tune. The real nightingale in the tree cocks her head and listens intently. The nightingale flies to a lower branch and looks at Alexander curiously, as if she were deciding that this human might not be so bad. So now we're friends with the bird. We can't do anything right now. Well, we could, but we're going to wait and talk to that nightingale later. Look at this. What's that? Alexander doesn't remember that sign being on the wall before. He decides to take a closer look. And I guess we can't trade... I'll get to that later. It's a proclamation. It reads, "Citizens rejoice, announcing the royal wedding and coronation of Vizier Abdul al-Hazred and Princess Kasima. For reasons of security, the wedding will not be open to the public. Long live the new king and queen of the land of the Green Isles." Alexander feels his stomach turn at the thought of the dread event. If he doesn't do something soon, Kasima will be another man's wife. It's a pretty cool little picture. Oh, I already did that. I guess that's all we need to do. And notice that the lamp guy isn't here, so we can't trade our lamp to him. There's like a little house over here I never really noticed, and I wonder if that's where he lives. Yeah. But there's a reason for that. We need that lamp for other things before we trade it to him. So they just took him out of the game, and we just assumed that he's gone home or whatever. So, okay. Well, let's go into the pawn shop here. We're done with that Nightingale for now, so let's see what else kind of stuff we have. Your candy dish is empty. I am sorry, sir, but I have no more mints. Somebody has eaten them all. Well, get some more then. I fear that is impossible. Without the fairy, I can no longer get imports from the other islands, and we do not grow mint extract on the Isle of the Crown. Ooh, I hate not getting what I want. The genie seems pretty mean, but later on you find out there's a reason for that. The genie's not mean-natured by, it's not mean by its very nature. It's because of something else going on. Well, let's go ahead and trade in this. Let's talk to him, see if anything new's going on. How fare you, good merchant? Thankfully, I fare better than my business. My shop is as silent as the moon these days. Well, I will trade you this penny thing, and you will give me another penny thing. So that should drum up some business. It's a even trade, and you'll make a profit of nothing. Would you mind if I traded this in? Of course, Prince Alex. Please choose something in exchange from the items on the counter. Alexander looks closely at the items on the counter to make his selection. So, what do we want? I think we're going to be using this next. I'll take the flute. The flute! Very good, Prince Alex. May its music always be sweet. Feel free to trade it back at any time. Thank you. Okay. Let's get out of here. Oh, wait. I forgot. Check out this pearl. It's flawless, and it's the biggest one ever. So let's see. Oops. Let's see if we can get our ring back. Yeah, ding-dong sound. I found this large pearl. Might it be valuable enough to ransom back my family ring? Whoo! I have never seen such a perfect pearl. Certainly you can have your ring back. I'm glad you didn't sell it. I'm a bit attached to it, I'm afraid. Of course you are. You would be cold-hearted if you felt any differently. I am happy to see a family heirloom back with its rightful owner. Yeah. Yeah, we got our ring. Alright. So, yeah. Now we got our ring back. Let's go, now we can leave. And we'll go in the bookstore now and we can trade that book. There's Jollo! Jello, how fare you, and what news have you from the castle? I don't remember what voice I did for him, but it's gonna be, maybe he's gonna have a different voice every time. Prince Alex, how I fare is close to boiling. Have you seen the wedding proclamations around the village? I've heard rumors of the wedding, of course, but I didn't want to believe it. I never thought it would be so soon. Cosima, married. It is an unpleasant thing to swallow, my friend. If only I knew Cosima wished it. Tell me about the vizier, Jollo. The vizier? Whew. Well, there's a dangerous subject. His name is Abdul al-Hazred. He came to this kingdom 15 years ago. The king was fascinated by his knowledge and with fine-sounding ideas. It didn't take long for al-Hazred to convince the king to trust him with minor problems of daily government. You see, Caliph had a wife and a new daughter he wanted to spend time with. Al-Hazred became vizier. And now? Well, he's had his eye on Cosima ever since she was a young girl. And she is the only thing between him and the throne. Do you think he means to harm her? I honestly don't know. I think he'd rather keep her as wife, but whatever her plans for the princess, he will use her to his best advantage. That's his way. Perhaps he's charmed her. Perhaps she cares for him now? Yeah, like there's a book about wizards and girls who like him. The Vizier is capable of anything, and Cosima must be vulnerable and lonely right now. Still, she's always instinctively distrusted him. Cosima has a good head on her shoulders. I'm surprised if she's truly fallen for his words of love. I must return to the castle, Alex, and you to your wanderings. May we both fare well. Oh, gosh. Ugh. It's hard to talk in his voice. He really is pretty silly. In the actual game, he's even sillier than that. So, well, now we know what's going on, and, you know, maybe the girl that we came for doesn't want to be married to him after all. Let's go ahead and get our spell book there. R for rare. Or riddle. Riddle book, I guess. I found this rare book and I thought of your offer. Very interesting. It's a wonderful riddle book. Riddles are much more marketable than spells these days. I guess people believe more in mirth than magic. Here's the spell book you wanted, and a fair trade it is, I must say. Enjoy it. I certainly hope so. We shall see how rusty my spellcasting truly is. Yeah. Let's go check it out. Sweet, sweet spell book. Wait, is this it? Ye oldie spell bookie. Yeah, let's look at it. Magic paint spell. 1 cup of swamp ooze. Well, we passed some of that, so we can get that from that swamp on the Isle of Wonder. River Styx water. Well, maybe we could die and then get it from down there. That seems like, yeah, so it'd be there. 1 black horse feather. We have that already. All right. Add the Styx water to the swamp ooze in a cup. Stir with horse feather. Apply to blank surface with an artist's brush. Speak incantation over the painting to materialize. So what's it do? So I guess whatever we want to paint, then it turns it into whatever. Let's see what else we have. Make rain spell. A few drops of salt water, not from the sea. 1 vial of sacred water and falling water. Well, there's lots of water all over the place, but I don't see any situation where we could get any of these. First mix the salt and sacred waters in a teapot, then add falling water. Speak incantation over the teapot to enchant, heat to boiling to activate. And there's a speech, the incantation. This is definitely not Harry Potter magic. You gotta say like 4 or 5 sentences to get the spell to work. It's not like we're not doing any Expelliarmuses around here. And we got 2 more. Oh no, this is the last one. Charming a creature of the night spell. We got a skull full of hot oak embers, a bit of sulfur, a strand of a pure-hearted maiden's hair. Add hair to the brimstone, to the skull of embers. In the presence of the creature, speak the incantation over the skull. So we just have 3 pages of spells. Looks like we've run out of time for this video, but in the next video we will go do some more stuff. I think I'm gonna try to do some stuff with that Nightingale. So until then, go ahead and like the video and subscribe if you like what I'm doing here. Otherwise, go ahead and leave a comment if you want to tell me something. But until next time, we'll see you then.